To combat the drought currently experienced in the archipelago during this dry season, the departmental government acquires a mobile water desalination unit which will reach different sectors of the island.
Taking into account the needs of the community and in order to help meet the shortage of drinking water in island households in this time of drought, framed in Decree 088 of 2022 of public calamity due to drought season, the departmental government acquired a mobile desalination and water purification unit. This was announced by Secretary of Government Kayan Howard.
El gobierno departamental, en cabeza de nuestro...
The departmental government headed by our governor Everett Harkins Shogreen is in a search to solve the problem of water supply in the most vulnerable sectors of the island. This time brings a mobile system of purification and filtration of water, which provides drinking water that can be consumed directly by our residents. On this occasion, we are in the Las Palmas neighborhood, where we are bringing water supply in water truck, and we are also bringing drinking water to fill the community's water bottles.
Today, Las Palmas neighborhood was the first sector to be supplied with water suitable for consumption and daily tasks in the kitchen, cleaning, and personal hygiene.
Quiero resaltar la labor.
I would like to highlight the work being done by the Secretariat of Government and the personnel who are currently supplying drinking water in our neighborhood.
In this way, the departmental government tries to ensure that a large percentage of families affected by the lack of liquid obtain the resource, noting that they have a schedule during this week that goes as follows. For this Wednesday, April 27th, the La Paz neighborhood. Thursday, April 28th, Barrick. April 29th, Booby Rock. April 30th, Barker's Hill. May 2nd, Batam House. May 3rd, San Luis.
The departmental hyperbaric chamber has been recertified, a factor that ensures safety in the attention to users.
The Social State Enterprise through the Health Secretariat has announced that in order to provide the best attention to the users of the company and have the tools up to date, the recertification of the hyperbaric chamber of the entity has been completed, which provided security to the community that requires medical attention and especially of these resources.
It is an honor for the Social State Enterprise to inform the community that our hyperbaric chamber has been recertified until 2023, which will provide care for any decompressive diving injury, taking into consideration that tourism is our main attraction. At present, we are in a process of decompression of a patient we currently have in the hospital with this pathology. Furthermore, it brings much more progress in the care of patients with diabetic foot and even aesthetic and infectious diseases.
The attention was very fast. It was very excellent. The first day, I had no strength in my lower limbs. I had completely lost my strength. And thanks to the hyperbaric chamber sessions, I can now walk with the walker. I have strength in my lower limbs. The evolution and recovery have been very fast.
And just like this patient whose progress has been made known thanks to this hyperbaric chamber, many will be able to be treated at the departmental hospital.
A criminal case that occurred in the department was recorded on camera, in which a citizen was the victim of robbery case.
Through a surveillance camera of an establishment located between intersection of Route 4 and Street 17 in the sector known as Barrio Obrero, was recorded the moment in which a citizen was the victim of a new criminal modality of theft in the islands. In the video is observed as a man in a white short parks his motorcycle outside an establishment. The motorcycle has a bag hanging on it. That is when a man in an orange shirt carrying a woman gets off his vehicle and approaches the first parked motorcycle, stealing what presumably would be a kangaroo-type bag that would have personal documents and cash. The owner of the bag, upon realizing the fact, begins searching for his belongings. Teleislas News contacted the press staff of the Archipelago Police Command for details about the incident, but so far it has not received a restatement from the policing entity.
The Secretariat of Tourism announced a new call that seeks to strengthen the tourism sector of our department.
The call is for social and community-based organizations in the tourism sector throughout associative strengthening. Those interests will have until 6 p.m. on Friday, May 6, and they all have to do is fill out the form that is the social networks in the departmental government. These will be the benefit for those selected. Seed plant for an amount of 75 million pesos for the co-financing in a kind of associative strengthening proposal of the 5 social and community-based organizations selected. Technical assistance support for economy strengthening, delivery of associative strengthening plans, and participation in networking events with specialized mentors.
And the National Register Office informed that the presidential campaigns, political parties, and movements will have a month to nominate the voting jurors and electoral witnesses for the presidential elections from April 28 to May 27th.
The new draw was announced in the strategic plan organized by the National Register as one of the measures that will guarantee the development and transparency of the election on May 29th. There are not going to be 8 days for the nomination of voting jurors and electoral witnesses. We are going to give the political campaigns 1 month for the nomination. The important thing is that we are going to change the way in which they are assigned, and we are going to take into account the experience of past electoral contests, said Vega. The register also assured that at the time of the presidential vote count, there will be a double report of the E14 form's results. After the transmitters make the complete dictation of the table, the entire record will have to be verified. Next month, the electoral body will carry out simulations on the processing of electoral data from the pre-count, auxiliary, zonal, municipal, district, and the departmental scrutinies, digitalization of the E14, and the test of functionality in the consulates and the security.
We continue with information of the municipality. At this time, there is a blockade in the Batam House sector, where the Livingston family demands that their house be built of wood and not of galvanized metal, since according to the protesters, there is saltwater filtration in the ground, a situation that they feel accelerates the deterioration of the house. In other local news, the third phase of National Geographic's Pristine Seas expedition in Colombia was successfully completed in the coral areas of Sarinela and Bajo Nuevo in the Seaflower Biosphere Reserve.
Details of the National Geographic expedition in Colombia carried out in the coral areas of Sorinela and Bajo Nuevo in the Seaflower Biosphere Reserve were released. The expedition lasted 50 days, highlighting that a group of world-class scientists supported the Colombian government with the objective of conducting scientific research to support the designation of additional marine protected areas to those that already exist in the country. In addition, the research focused on filling knowledge gaps, addressing the needs of local communities, and complementing the work of other national institutions, including the Coralina Corporation. Alex Muñoz, Latin America Director for National Geographic's Pristine Seas, said,
We were able to do a very detailed study of all the components of this ecosystem, from the shallowest part of the deepest ocean. The National Geographic team worked closely with island scientists from Coralina to do unpublished studies in this area. This is the continuation of many investigations that have been done for years by Coralina, and that today they can see, through the technology and the scientists of National Geographic, a very significant increase in the knowledge of the marine ecosystem.
The areas studied were Sorinela and Bajo Nuevo, where the National Geographic team, together with scientists from the corporation, carried out a detailed review of the ecosystem's components. This research complements previous studies carried out by different entities in 2009, 2010, and 2012 for Sorinela and Bajo Nuevo, adding the technological component that made it possible to document the current state to a greater depth than previously known.
Los arrecifes de Bajo Nuevo.
The Bajo Nuevo and Sorinela reefs that we explored in the last 2 weeks are spectacular. It's a habitat that is in very good condition. It's an ecosystem that has very high potential.
National Geographic seeks to show the world the degree of conservation of the Sorinela and Bajo Nuevo ecosystems, as well as some of the stressors that have endangered biodiversity. Therefore, it is necessary to take additional measures for their protection. Some of these stressors are associated with overfishing, illegal fishing, unsustainable fishing, and coral diseases, among others.
In order to continue supporting entrepreneurships and innovation in our island, an Impulsa conference was held in the regions.
This meeting aimed to bring entrepreneurs and businessmen to the offer of Impulsa Colombia.
Desde Impulsa hoy estamos haciendo una toma.
From Impulsa today, we are doing a regional takeover. That is to say, we are in 26 departments of the country, meeting with entrepreneurs and businessmen, having a conversation with them on how to promote and enhance this offer that we have from Impulsa. So this space is for us to have something positive in favor of entrepreneurs and the productive chain of each of the regions. And today I am here from Impulsa on this wonderful island.
This meeting has strategic allies such as
El día de hoy nos van a acompañar emprendedores.
Today we will be accompanied by entrepreneurs who have been working and growing hand in hand with Impulsa and the Chamber of Commerce. And there are also allies such as Bancoldex, the SENA, the government, other private allies. Here in San Andres, our allies are 8, and we are continually including allies. What we want is to build more and more entrepreneurship and productive chains through innovation.
And now it's time for Sport News with Victor Fosalva.
Hello, here are the best sports of the islands. A group of sports lovers decided to do maintenance to the gym of the San Luis Coliseum. A great job was done by a group of sport enthusiasts in the gymnasium of the Jenny Bay Coliseum in San Luis. At the sound of brushes and rollers, the athletes joined together to give a better look to the gymnasiums by painting the floors and walls, fences and machinery, looking to give better life and long life to the sport equipment, as they told us. This is what Emilio Hudson said.
I started to make exercise in the gym. This gym was donated by the government. The government and this Coliseo is the Coliseo from San Luis. But what happened now? During the time in the past, we noticed the gym when they go down little by little, the machine then start broke, the wall then get dirty, everything going down, you know. So we, as companion from the gym, we decide say, hey, this thing can't go down for we hungry, what happened? We start fixing up little by little.
The community sense of ownership in sport is of utmost importance to keep the sports venues in the archipelago in good conditions, as stated by Hudson.
Gone right there.
Okay, este escenario es de nosotros.
At another stadium, a Veterans Classic was held in softball. Let us watch. It was of much joy that the Rizal versus Aquamarina teams face off in the Softball Veterans Classic game, where some players who were past baseball glories gathered to recreate and have fun in this Softball Classic. We spoke with Coach Edwin Bent, who told us.
It's very important that we have the chance to play a game like this. You can say it's a classic between two good teams. You can say the two best teams right now in the tournament, the Rizal team and Aquamarina team. Anyone that win today can say, well, practically they're going to be the first one in the tournament. And it's good that they have the opportunity to come out again after practically 2 years of stop playing at the pandemic. Well, we're back here on the field trying to give them the best of us. That is truth, and it's very important that because after so much years that they give us the best of them when they're young, now after they got 50 years, it's good that they have the opportunity to come back again on the play, as how we call it in this sport that we love so much at the softball. It's good that they have the opportunity to be once again in the field and give us that bit where they still have in them. Important that it be also local in a national way. It's good for us.
The return of softball is definitely a blessing for these veterans who have fun while preparing for future national competitions, as stated by Bent. What a good thing. And this will be all in sports for tonight. We will see you on another broadcast. We continue with Lisa.